This video is long overdue. I'm so happy to be coming back to doing videos. I've missed this. The origins of Nekromantical Screams. With the impending release of Volume 2 so close that I can taste it, what better way or what better time than now to talk about this finally. This is so long overdue. And basically, I just want to go over why I started the zine, how it began, looking back at Volume 1, my feelings on that, the transition into Volume 2, what you can expect, and the future of Nekromantical Screams, as well as touching on my latest switch from Vexed Vamp publications to HEXENHOLLOW Press. So I'm gonna try not to keep you too long, but kick back and grab a drink, whatever, and join me as we kind of hang out here for a few. Obviously, I wanted to do a zine back in 2012. I created EVILSPEAK. I am the creator, not a co-creator. I'm the creator of EVILSPEAK. The idea came from me. Everything happened because of me with EVILSPEAK. That video, the origins of EVILSPEAK, kind of explains all that, so I'm not going to go into this too in depth. Just want to touch on the fact that I started it, but when other people became involved, it became something bigger. So a lot of things about it were kind of, I was unfulfilled in some ways, a lot of ways. So the idea of doing a zine, another zine, loomed over me. Probably from 2015 was when I started to kind of think about it. And but it was 2017 at Cinema Wasteland. Don England had these late night snack, this little issue or at his table, and I was just like, wow, how cozy and inviting is this? It's the perfect size. It's a soft, he chose like a soft matte cover, and it's simple but with effort. You know, it's exactly what I was wanting to go for something other on the side of EVILSPEAK, my own thing. And this was kind of what solidified me. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do my own zine. This is gonna be it. At first, I wanted to do cut and paste layout for it, like I wanted to do with EVILSPEAK. But I also thought, hey, Kelsey, who I knew, I actually wanted her to come on board with EVILSPEAK and split the layout responsibilities with Justin, because he had a lot on his plate with full-time job, being a father, doing other layout work, and bands. And I know how that goes. Trust me. 2017 was, you know, it was a busy year. I kept myself busy because I was kind of just always trying to find something to do and be creative. I mean, I was, wow. That was the year that I wrote and recorded the second Cauldron Burial album. I was doing Vault Wraith, I think some Surgical releases maybe, I can't remember, and working on Razorback, and of course EVILSPEAK, and working a full-time job supporting me and Billy. So a lot was going on, but I wanted this. And so Kelsey accepted my invite to do the layout. And I was kind of just like, wow, this is going to be fun. And I immediately knew that what I wanted to write about was going to be stuff that I knew wouldn't be in EVILSPEAK, like the necromantic movies. Any Jörg Buttgereit movies were not going to be in EVILSPEAK. Those were, I can't remember if those were vetoed altogether, or it was kind of like a, you do that for your zine. And some other stuff. Also, movies that I wanted to do that were given to other writers, which is fine. Like Alucarda and Fascination. Right off the bat, those were movies that I wanted to write about. And I was like, cool, I'm going to do that for my zine now. I slowly started working on it. Of course, I was like, what am I going to name this fucking thing? I knew I wanted to marry horror and metal because I knew I wanted to feature music in this. So, Necromantical Scream. Some other names were floating around. I can't even remember what they were. But Necromantical Screams was the main one that always stuck with me in the forefront of my mind. And I thought, hey, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite Celtic Frost songs. It's the first song of theirs I heard, and I can stylize it like Necromantic, you know, the movie. And yeah, 2017, I was also building my relationship and friendship with Killjoy, and I told him about this, and he liked Necromantical Screams better out of other titles that I was kicking around. So that was kind of an inspiration to name it Necromantical Screams also. So yeah, I started on it right away, and throughout 2018, that was a rough year. And I left everything. I left EVILSPEAK. I left Billy, Razorback, a lot of my bands, the toxicity. I go over that in other videos. And I just thought, okay, now I can focus on Necromantical Screams being whatever I want it to be, rather than like a back burner bitch to EVILSPEAK. And so I threw myself into the first issue. Volume 1 was just it became my main focus because I wasn't able to really do music, and so I finished writing it in October of 2019 on my first visit here in Denmark. And then when I got back to the States in November, I started editing it, and Kelsey had already, I think, been doing the layout. But then it came out in 2020, June 6th, 2020. Looking back on issue 1, volume 1, there's a little bit of a but mostly I'm proud, and I love volume 1. I will forever love volume 1. The only thing is that the writing is a little stiff because I was still in someone else's mold. I wasn't completely controlled in how to write or how I was writing, but enough controlled where it killed some inspiration sometimes for me. I've always been true in my writing, and I've always been passionate about what I'm doing, but it's a little stiff sometimes. There are moments where I'm like, I could have expressed myself a little better on a certain, on a certain film, or I could have, done something different, but it's not enough for me to not be able to read through it and be proud of it. I don't think, I certainly did not break out of that mold until the middle of issue 2. So what you can expect in issue 2 is definitely there was a shift big time in the middle of writing, because what was going on in my life while I was working on issue 2 or volume 2, whatever. I moved to another country. I moved to Denmark. I have to learn the language. So I found that learning another language sharpened my communication and the way I articulate myself, and searching for new words, even in English, or in an odd way, it has also sharpened my editing. I can really just punch in on where I want to communicate better and more refined. There's more there, but it's more refined. God, that's a good way of putting it. But yeah, writing is one thing, editing is just as important to me. I don't understand writers who don't want to edit their own work. Then again, I do kind of understand. But editing has really, even just the last 2 years, become so important to the writing process that I look forward to the editing. So yeah, there's a shift in issue 2. And there was no way that I was going to be like, oh, I'll just edit those features out and start brand new, or like write more. No, I wanted that progress there for myself. If no one else notices it, at least it's there for myself to see. Also, becoming a mother has also, of course, that's gonna create a shift in how I see things. And so seeing things a certain way and then being able to communicate things a little more sharp, a little more refined. What a combination. So not only that, it's like I say in one of my videos, one of my other videos, writing is a muscle, editing is a muscle. You got to keep doing it to keep them tight, to keep them toned. And I have constantly been writing. It has been a few years in between releases, but I've constantly been writing and editing because I have to. It's just a need. It's an intrinsic need. It's not an extrinsic need. It's definitely an intrinsic need. And that's what makes it the future of not just Necromantical Screams exciting, but everything that I'm doing. Which, as far as zines go, the next one is Gore Pit zine. And it's funny, like, I don't know if I've said this already. Yeah, I've already done a Gore Pit video and I'm just now doing this one. Anyway, but it's exciting also and really inspiring to have the branding of HEXENHOLLOW Press. So the future of Necromantical Screams is yeah, it's exciting. It's fresh. It keeps getting fresh. There's an evolution throughout each issue, and it shows. And with HEXENHOLLOW Press, I have some other announcements that I'm excited to talk about, and I'm also going to start a new YouTube. And with that, yeah, with it, that was Vexed Vamp Publications at one point, and I just didn't want to be mistaken as like this female taking a political approach with, you know, modern feminism or like smash the patriarchy or whatever that nonsense. I don't want to be associated with that. And I feel like some people were starting to associate me with that, and that is like the antithesis of my goal. So I thought I'm gonna go back to my roots. I grew up in Kentucky on a hollow. So HEXENHOLLOW Press is my new branding, and it may seem kind of small and trivial to get so excited over that, but it's like a fucking cork popped and like brain matter splatter just fucking erupted. And I have ideas, I have announcements, I have stuff coming, trust me. Also, just a little nod, like, to Chaz Balun, as I'm always doing. I feel like I give him so many fucking nods, but he's the reason why I started to think about how I express myself talking about horror movies. The reason why I chose press instead of publications is because in honor of Chunkblow Press. Chunkblow Press. HEXENHOLLOW Press. Yeah, so Chaz is always ever present. He's always inspiring. He always has been. He always will be. Oh, and look at that. And wait, where else? Maybe, oh, it's behind me, Gore Score. Can't see it. So announcements to come. This YouTube channel, I will continue it mostly for talking about music related stuff, music topics, my bands and stuff like that. I am going to start a new YouTube, more on that to come, and it will be for HEXENHOLLOW Press. It will be under that moniker. So, but that's it for now, guys. I hope that this was interesting. Not an extravagant story, but that's the origins of Necromantical Screams. I started it while I was still with EVILSPEAK to have my own thing. I like to work alone. I like to do my own thing on my own terms. And when I left, it formed into something that I'm proud of and that will continue to grow and evolve, just like everything I do. But yeah, you can expect a lot of announcements to come. New videos, new releases, new. Follow me on Instagram. You can, oh, actually, you know what? The next video I'm doing, I'm going to be holding issue 2 just to show it off. And if you guys have any questions, I'll answer some questions. So comment your question, message me on Instagram. I'll leave my email. I'm not on Facebook, but I do have Messenger. I'll link all of that below. So ask me some questions if you have any, or leave a comment if you want me to read them and you want me to say your name. I've never really done that, but if you want me to, I will. Or if you want to remain anonymous, then we can do that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go and watch out for all the new stuff coming. And until then, cheers, and yeah, thank you to everyone who continues to support me. And see you later.